Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Welcome back, Star Family. This pick a card is about your synchronicities. We want to take a look at what your synchronicities are trying to tell you. What messages is Spirit trying to get across to you via your synchronicities? So if you haven't as of yet had a chance to pick a card on the table, by all means go back to the very beginning of the video. There are timestamps for a portion of silence. You can focus on the picture clip or the video of the cards up close. Take as much time as you need to during that time to choose. If during that time you feel led to pick more than one, by all means, please go and pick more than one card on the table. Always listen to your intuition. That's going to be highly encouraged here. These readings are general, so I can't expect them to connect with every single person watching, although I hope you managed to find a message here. What I always say is if this particular card reading doesn't connect, you can always check out my Pick a Card playlist. I have a bunch of readings there. You might have one in there that would connect better for you at this time. And I also say if I'm not the reader for you, that's okay. YouTube has many readers out there. I'm pretty sure there's going to be one that has the messages you are looking for this time around. So with all of that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get these cards out the way. We're going to go directly into the first reading. Pile number 1, you chose this feather. There is a message on the back of the card. I will definitely read that towards the end of the reading. So we're looking at what your synchronicities are trying to tell you. What messages are they trying to get across to you? So let's go ahead and start with a few oracle cards. All right, pile number 1. What messages are your synchronicities trying to tell you? One card, please, for pile number 1 viewers in regards to their synchronicities. All right. Well, I have the whole deck upside down, actually. All right. So, wow, the first card you get is, and these are not red reverse, by the way, infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life at this time. So, Spirit is trying to tell you that you have abundance coming in. So, if you get synchronicity, and you're maybe trying to manifest money at this time, all right, this is saying that abundance is pouring into your life right now. And abundance can come in different forms, but it's usually something that's material, right? When we want our needs to be met, we want abundance in our life, prosperity, wealth, maybe financial blessings. Some of you could definitely be trying to manifest financial blessings. So I feel like synchronicities in regards to your supply, in regards to your needs being met, is kind of what this is feeling like to me, okay? So your synchronicities are telling you that abundance is coming through. All right, so let's see, one more. All right, connect with nature. You're rejuvenated and inspired by spending time outdoors. So I'm also getting the vibe that you could find messages in nature as well. So a lot of your synchronicities could indeed come from nature itself, like feathers, right? Birds, animal messages. In this card, there are butterflies. Butterflies are a symbol and a sign of major change and transformation. It is a metamorphosis energy. So I'm also getting the vibe that your synchronicities are telling you that there are major changes coming in regards to your abundance, your wealth, maybe your material blessings, and your material needs being met. The energy of nature is very grounding, and that's also, ironically enough, earth energy, right? Earth energy has to do with our physical world, our physical needs. And when you look at the tarot, the Pentacles represent the earth energy, and here we have Mother Earth, right? And that connection to earth and the material. So yeah, I definitely feel like this reading is talking about, so far, I haven't even gotten to the tarot, but so far, Spirit is trying to get across to you that, look, your needs are being met. You will have what you need. Matter of fact, abundance is coming in. Connect more with nature. I'm hearing also connect more with me, right? Connect with the universe. Ground yourself a bit. I'm also getting the vibe that your synchronicities maybe do come from nature more than they do anywhere else. So again, feathers, animal messages, animal medicine, Maybe butterflies is one of the things that you see. Things out in nature are what your synchronicities are connected to, or maybe that's how you receive your synchronicities the most. Okay, things that are nature related. Not only that, when you're out in nature, okay, you become a clear channel to receive messages. At least that's how I have that experience. Where I'm out in nature, I receive a lot of downloads when I'm out in nature. Especially when I got my bare feet on the ground. So, I mean, this could be, I know for some of you, depending on where you are in the world, it could be very cold outside right now, and that's not always possible. But if you have the chance to get outdoors, I think Spirit is also trying to say that you could receive more messages just being outside. And connecting as much as possible. And also you become more receptive in nature is what this is saying, to receive those messages. So let's see, what are your synchronicities trying to tell you, pile number 1 viewers? Wow, okay, so we have Temperance, that's beautiful. The 5 of Swords. And the King of Wands. Okay. So the Temperance energy is Sagittarius. Some of you could be Sagittarius. And we also have King of Wands, which is Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. So fire sign energy. But what this is telling me is that there is healing energy, again, with Mother Nature, connecting to Mother Nature. There is a healing happening, right, when you're in nature. But nonetheless, this is also telling me of a personal healing. And this is also giving me the vibes that a money situation for a lot of you is what is healing as well. So it could be a personal spiritual healing and an alchemy. Also that energy of metamorphosis and transmutation go hand in hand with the 2 cups here in the Temperance energy and the metamorphosis of the butterfly. So definitely confirmation that there is a transmutation and an alchemy happening here on a spiritual level, but not only on a spiritual level, on a physical level. Like what they say, as above, so below, so within, so without. Okay, so once the spiritual gets healed, then the outer physical gets healed as well, right? So I feel like some of you have been doing your healing work. And it also feels like as you heal from within, the healing starts to demonstrate itself outward in your physical again. So I'm just feeling like things are moving up, things are improving. Spirit wants you to know that the synchronicities that you're receiving are connected not only to your spiritual healing, but also to your physical healing, your material needs, and maybe your money issues, all of that financial stuff being healed as well. Okay, I'm sorry if that took forever for me to get that out. The 5 of Swords does talk about the challenges that maybe you have faced, maybe both spiritually and materially, right? And the beauty about what I'm seeing here on the table is that your synchronicities are symbols and signs of those things coming into alignment, coming into balance with one another. So both the physical and the spiritual are being balanced. They're coming into alignment and balance. Especially after a time with the 5 of Swords of challenge and strife and defeat, right? Sometimes the 5 of Swords can speak of an energy of, wanting to give up because you feel defeated, and you feel like giving up. But it feels like the hardship of the 5 of Swords is what is being healed and what is coming to a close. So if you are worried about your finances, if you are worried about things getting better, the synchronicities that you are seeing are showing you that they are getting better. That there is a balance and harmony taking place right now in your life. Things are healing, both spiritually, but also financially, both spiritually, also physically. The healing of the inner world is going to start reflecting itself as healed in the exterior physical world as well for you. The King of Wands is an energy of power. It's a beautiful energy in a sense that there's confidence. There's confidence. There's also, it's action oriented. There's adventure. There's motivation. There's drive, ambition attached to this. It's a go-get-em energy. So once the Five of Swords, right, I feel like once this energy gets healed and out of the way and brought into balance, right, you're going to start to feel more confident about where you're going and the way Spirit is guiding and directing you. This is an energy of courage. You know, we do have the lions there. So this is also saying to have courage. Have courage. And we also have the dragon on the shield here, which is also a symbol of personal power. Okay. So Spirit is trying to tell you, look, your physical world, the things in your physical world, environment, money, health even, because that is a physical thing as well. All this is being healed. The Temperance is that healing energy. It's healing from the inside out is what this is telling me. And it's a beautiful thing. Your abundance is coming. The things in your physical world are coming into alignment, harmony, and balance. And again, I'm feeling the energy of, you know, nature from this card. It's also giving me vibes of being highly grounded. So that's also a sense of stability and security once again. So if things were unstable over here with the Five of Swords and unpredictable, well, that's coming into balance right now so that it is stable and secure over here. Now, the Five of Wands is an energy of, again, where things are happening and they're action-oriented. So to me, there's this feeling of the momentum is starting to pick up. Things are starting to pick up. The momentum is moving along. Because when I think of action, I do think of speed. I do think of things happening. I'm also getting the vibe of the frequency of synchronicity being high or excitable with the King of Wands. So you might be getting like bombarded with synchronicity. And they're highly charged is what I'm hearing. And I'm picking up that highly charged energy from the King of Wands. They might be coming in at you with such a frequency that maybe sometimes you can't keep up, you know? And maybe it's hard to keep track of them all too. But I think it's a beautiful thing if you're witnessing synchronicity, especially when you're out in nature or nature-related signs and symbols. This is Mother Nature, Mother Nature's way, or the universe's way of connecting most with you. So let's see if we can... So also, again, the feeling is to pay attention when, especially when you're out, when you're outdoors, pay attention, be aware, right? There's this feeling I'm also getting of like, if you come across something that you normally would find mundane, right? Like, oh, it's a butterfly flying around, or oh, it's a robin or something flying around. It's yes, it is, but then again, it's not. You know what I mean? And the thing is that when you come across things like that, it's sometimes, yeah, you're in the moment, you're appreciating it. But then there's other times where you see this animal or this butterfly or whatever it is, and then it strikes you as something else. And it's that nudge in your gut that you feel when you see it that lets you know that that's a sign. Okay? So let's see if we can get a card here, and then I'm going to pull that over to see what bird that's from. Okay, so pile number 1 viewers. What else are your synchronicities trying to tell you? Okay. All right. So it says, lovers, there are 2 paths ahead. Be true to yourself. So I'm looking at the lovers. That's also, if I think about it like the tarot, that's Gemini, right? But the lovers energy is also a card of alchemy and alignment because it's a number 6 in the tarot. And the number 6 itself is also an energy of balance. So the 2 cards of alchemy in the tarot to me are the Lovers and the Temperance. So to me, this is another card of alignment, right? Yeah, there are 2 paths, always. There's one of the spiritual and there's one of the physical. Some of us are highly focused on the physical while others of us are highly focused on the spiritual. But then there's alignment and the balance in between those 2 worlds, right? And that's kind of what this is giving me vibes of. I already got that vibe in the reading with the Temperance. Again, there's this feeling of healing both aspects, coming into alignment and balance within the 2. And then seeing, you know, all these blessings come through in abundance because of that alignment and that balance between both worlds. It's like this feeling of being in the world but not necessarily of it, because at the end of the day we are all spiritual beings, right? But we can manage to find the balance while here on the earthly plane. So yes, this could definitely talk about love and whatnot, of maybe for some of you, right? That's not necessarily the vibe I got from this reading, although there are 2 cups in this Temperance, right? It can be like a hidden 2 of cups and a mirroring. So there is a possibility that maybe synchronicity is saying that there's something being healed in a connection that maybe had some strife in it before. Sure, I could see that, just looking at it a little closer. But I'm also really feeling it as what I said before. There are 2 paths ahead, absolutely. There are 2 paths within ourselves. There's divine feminine, divine masculine within, and those things, in, you know, alchemically have to come into alignment in order to find balance in our everyday life, in order to find balance in our spiritual life. So a lot of this synchronicity that I feel is coming through in the cards is that this is basically you coming into alignment with your truest, most highest self. That's why it does say, yes, be true to yourself. Well, in order to come into the highest expression and be most in alignment with yourself, you have to find balance in that, in both aspects of your own individual being. And the King of Wands is in his personal power, absolutely, as a result of coming into alignment. Some of you be dealing with a fire sign as well, with all this Sagittarius energy here, and then the Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. So maybe some of you are healing a rift with someone, and maybe that's what the synchronicity is all about, that you're eventually coming back into alignment with healing, perhaps with this person. And that's where the abundance is. Okay. And a lot of your healing energy comes from being out in nature, is what the Temperance and this card are saying. So let's see what this says. That's your card. All right, it's a meadowlark. It says, smile, you will soon experience a wonderful journey of inner discovery. Well, that makes perfect sense, right? When we come into alignment with ourselves, that is a journey. That is a huge personal journey of inner discovery. So that makes total sense. You're coming into alignment, and it has been a journey of inner discovery, absolutely. But your synchronicities are saying congratulations as well. You have reached that pinnacle, or that point of inner alchemy, that point of transmutation of all this energy of the 5 of Swords that maybe has caused you strife, challenge, instability, or struggle. You're transmuting all that energy, and you're healing as a result of it. Some of you are doing that inner alchemy with your own divine masculine and feminine within. Also, some of you could be doing that alchemy with another, right? Again, so you could be doing it with your divine counterpart. And I'm saying that because the Lover's card is indeed here, and we do have the mirroring cups. We also have the Sun and the Moon. So yeah, I could definitely see divine counterparts here. Nonetheless, it's been a journey either way. All right, and that's what your synchronicities are telling you, pile number 1. So if you feel that this is helped and connected for you, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below. This is your reading, so I'm going to leave you here. Like, share, subscribe, click that little bell for notification as well, so you can get notified of future content. If you want to support my channel and what I do here, maybe consider checking out my Etsy shop. Check out what readings I have if you're so inclined to get a personal reading. You could book whenever you feel guided to. And I also have personal crafts there as well, and handmade crystal jewelry that I make with my 2 hands. So if you want to support what I do, check me out there. Much love to you, pile number 1 viewers. Take care and keep shining. Pile number 2 viewers, you chose this lovely feather here. There is a message on the back of that card. I will incorporate it towards the end of the reading. Let's go ahead and get started first with some oracle cards. We want to find out what your synchronicities are trying to tell you. So pile number 2 viewers, what are your synchronicities trying to tell you? What are they trying to get across to you? Pile number 2 viewers. Okay. Wow, it says great adventures. Take a risk. Venture forward. Let's see. Another card here. What are your synchronicities trying to tell you, pile number 2 viewers? What messages are they trying to get across to you? Let's see. Pile number 2 viewers. Okay. Wow. So it says your desire is within reach. Have faith as everything is working out in your favor. Yeah, so working out in your favor. That's pretty awesome. Oh, almost dropped the whole deck. That's pretty awesome. Basically, this is saying, look, feel confident in moving forward. Don't be afraid to take risks, okay? Your synchronicities are basically trying to nudge you, right? Nudge you forward in the right direction. There is, according to this card here, great things, all right? Or adventures or exciting times opening up to you. So be daring, have a little fun, take risks, don't hold yourself back. If you're feeling spiritually nudged, act upon those nudges that you get from spirit, because if you're getting synchronicity, those are little nudges in the right direction, and spirit wants you to trust and take that leap of faith that maybe you've been hesitating to take. So I feel like your synchronicities are telling you to take that risk that maybe you've been hesitating or holding yourself back from taking. And trust, okay, and have faith that everything is going to work out just the way it needs to. So your synchronicities are telling you to go for it, to trust, to have faith in spirit and the universe and the way that it will deliver once you decide to take that step and move forward with your ideas or your plans. So if there's something you've been contemplating, and maybe you've been hesitant to do, Spirit's asking for you to have faith and trust that it's going to work out just fine. That, in other words, when you jump, when you take that leap of faith, the net will appear as you need it, when you need it. This is also saying that your desires, your wishes are within reach, that you're getting really close, okay, to achieving a goal. But Spirit needs you to also trust and have faith, as the card says, not only in Spirit, but in yourself. Okay? So your synchronicities are urging you forward, urging you to take a risk, to take a leap of faith, to trust what's happening in your life. And your synchronicities are also telling you that the things that you've been wishing for, hoping to do or accomplish, all of that is within your reach. In other words, you're getting very, very close to things happening, unfolding. Your goals being within reach, your wishes, your hopes, your manifestations also being within reach. But for whatever reason, it also feels like part of the last leg of that journey, right? In order to grasp or reach the wish, the dream, the desire, is for you to take a leap. That's what feels like the only thing is missing, is that leap forward. Okay, I don't know. This is so funny. Okay, guys, I'm a SpongeBob fan, all right? My daughter grew up watching SpongeBob. And when I was, in my mind, when I was thinking of, like, you know, the thing is, literally your wish, your hope is within grasp, within reach. The first thing I thought of was that SpongeBob episode where I forgot who it was. I think it was Squidward. He was in a wheelchair and he was kind of mummified, wrapped in gauze and in bandages because he was injured. And Patrick ends up like telling him, firmly grasp it, okay? Firmly grasp it. And if you're a SpongeBob fan, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, that's what that reminded me of. Like, in other words, Spirit wants you to grasp it, right? Firmly grasp it. Because you're so close, right? And it's like, unfortunately, Squidward, this is like an awful example, but Squidward, unfortunately, even if he wanted to grasp it, at the way he was wrapped up, he couldn't, okay? But that's not the case for you. This is telling me that you are very, very much within reach of something that you can physically grasp and get a hold of, something that you've been wanting for a while. This is definitely indicating that you're close. Okay. So anyway, sorry for the horrible SpongeBob reference, but I mean, not everybody's a fan, if you know what I mean, but if you are, I'm sure you'll get it. Yes, I'm an adult and I watch cartoons. All right, so we need 3 cards. We want to know what your synchronicities are trying to tell you. Pile number 2. Let's see. 3 cards. Okay, so 4 of Swords. The Tower. Whoa, okay. Oh, look at that. And part of me wants to grab another. One. All right. So that's beautiful energy to have. Okay. So the Tower. It's that big boom, right? That we get sometimes from the universe. It's that big boom that we get. And it's really an old paradigm that needs to come crumbling down in order for us to rebuild in a more balanced way. And we do have that balance with the number 6 of the Lover's energy. The Lover's is an alchemical card, okay? And the Tower is that shock that has to come before we can find balance again, right? And rebuild on a solid and balanced foundation. So I am getting the vibe that, yeah, there's something that you need to just do, right? And I think once you do it, it brings up the Tower energy. It shakes things up. Like I said, I feel like the wish is closed, the desire is closed, but that last thing that Spirit needs you to do is to take that leap of faith where you've hesitated. And here's that hesitation with the 4 of Swords. Because the 4 of Swords is definitely a non-action card. This is an energy where you meditate, you think on something, you quiet your mind, but you don't take action. And that's that hesitation. And it's like, okay, Spirit is like saying, your synchronicities are trying to nudge you forward little by little. It's time to move. It's not time to hesitate with the 4 of Swords like maybe you did before. Now is the time to shake things up and initiate the changes that you need in your own life with the Tower energy. Sometimes the Tower is an energy where, yeah, the universe comes in to shake things up for us, but other times it's us initiating our own Tower moments. Because enough is enough, right? Sometimes we need to shake things up for ourselves. Sometimes the universe will do it, yeah, like divine intervention when needed, sure. But other times it's us having to say, to heck with this ish, and I'm just going to do what I need to do and get it done, right? I kind of feel like that's what the Tower energy is saying. Now is the time to shake things up. It's not time to be silent. With the 4 of Swords. It's not time to be a wallflower anymore. It's time to shake things up, shake the world up a little bit. Challenge yourself and do something different. Maybe get out of your comfort zone. Take that risk. Shake up what is normally your comfort zone. Do what scares you. Your synchronicities are saying to do what scares you a bit. Be bold, be daring, and say to heck with it. Because at the end of the day, Spirit has your back. And if Spirit has your back, how can you possibly fail? You see? Spirit over here saying, hey, have faith. Everything is working out in your favor. Take that risk because your desire is within reach. What the heck are you waiting for? Okay? That's that Tower. And then here's that Seven of Wands putting the foot down and saying, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to be courageous. I'm going to go out and I'm going to tackle life. Because with the Four of Swords, you can't sit around and wait for things to happen. You got to go out and make things happen. You can't just wish it. Right? Well, we can. We can visualize it. We can work on the magic that way first, right? Because that's where it starts. But then there comes a time where we eventually have to shake up the ground. Our own ground. And fight for what it is that we want. And put our best foot forward. And stand up for ourselves. And say, you know what? I deserve to do this. I deserve to take a chance on myself. That Lover's energy is definitely you coming into alignment with your highest self as a result of taking that action that maybe you would hesitate to take otherwise. When you go ahead and you shake things up for yourself, you bring yourself into alignment. The Lovers is also a decision card. Right? Sometimes it talks about making a choice. Well, the choice is to step forward, step up and step forward. That's what the choice is. Or you can, over here, stay asleep, stay in your comfort zone where it's comfortable, because no harm can come to you there where it's comfortable, right? And sometimes we like where we're comfortable. But then there's times where comfortable gets boring. Right? So I kind of feel like these energies are, they're across from each other in this case. And I think this is the choice of, right? This is your choice. You can stay where you're comfort, stay in your comfort zone, right? Keep pedaling in place. Or you can shake things up over here, bring yourself into highest alignment. And step up. Show your strength. Show your trust in the Spirit. And say, I'm going to do this. I got this. And no one's going to stop me. So that's the choice right here. Stay where you're comfortable or challenge yourself to do something different. Something that's going to bring out your inner fire. Like, I am lion, hear me roar, right? Or you can stay quiet. That's what this is telling me. You can stay quiet, or you can allow your inner self to, finally be heard, be seen. Put yourself out there. I really do feel like the Lovers is you and your highest self, your inner alchemy. The divine masculine within oneself coming into balance and harmony. Again, it's the number 6. It is a card, a number really of balance and harmony and alignment. Divine alignment. Not just within ourselves, but in our external world as well. So I think like there's a big effort moment that your synchronicities are leading you to, but also giving you the confidence to take on. And then that big effort moment, what it ends up doing is bringing you into balance. And once you're in balance, you're in alignment to achieve and to attract as well. I also feel like the Seven of Wands is saying step up into your personal power. Let yourself, be heard. Take on the courage of a lion. In other words, your inner power needs to shine through. And the one way that you're going to be able to do that is to also do what scares you, to conquer fear itself. Because hiding under a rock or hiding in your cave is not actually going to accomplish the desire that's so close and within reach. Do what scares you a bit. Take a chance on yourself because you deserve that. I always say I don't want to be that 90-year-old woman that sits on her porch and wishes she would have had done this, that, and the other, I don't want to, that's not going to be me. And that quote, I had it in my community tab, that's something that I often say to myself as a reminder, that's not going to be me. And that's kind of what this reading is talking about. You don't want to have regrets one day of things that you were too scared to try. That's not what you want. This is definitely, your synchronicities are definitely telling you to nudge, to allow the nudges that you get from spirit to lead you where you're meant to be and to help you step into your personal power. It seems that something that you've been really wanting or striving for is so close within reach, but what it needs from you is one last nudge, one last push, one risk to take to help you to step up in what you're doing or in your journey, and to help you move forward completely. All right, so let's see, pile number 2, viewers. Let's see what else we can get about your synchronicities. What are they trying to tell you? Wow. Okay, look at that. The sun energy, all about success, right? And high vibe clarity. So the sun is saying, open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. Yes, and I was getting the vibe of stepping up, leveling up, right? So you taking that one step in maybe what would come off as a risk to you, Spirit is just posing the challenge, right? Do you want to stay where you're comfortable over here with the 4 of Swords? Or do you want to step up in your personal journey? If you want to step up in your personal journey, you have to take that leap. You have to take that risk. You have to shake up your own foundation with the Tower. Once you do, it's going to bring you into alignment. And that personal growth is, and that stepping up or leveling up in your journey is like right there. And so are all the blessings, the desires, the wishes, the hopes, and the dreams. They're right there too. The sun is all about your success. It's clarity and the light shining the way. So you're not in the dark. And that's why this card over here is saying, look, have faith as everything is working out in your favor. Have faith because you're not in the dark. You're not traveling alone in this. Spirit literally has your back. And it's the sun at your back. Tons of growth and potential ahead of you. Okay? So let's see what this feather card has to say. All right? About your synchronicities. Wow. Okay, so it says Crow. Universal laws and truth are now being revealed. Use this energy to create your reality. Boom. There you go. Things are being revealed to you. The sun does bring clarity. The sun does bring clarity. Shining the way. And the sun does reveal things that were once hidden as well. But this is also saying use this energy to create your reality. Absolutely. The crow speaks of magic as well. You do create your reality. So there is a choice here. Like I said, you can stay where it's comfortable Or you can use your own personal magic to step up your game, step up your journey. You create your reality, so it's always a choice which way you want to go, what direction you want to take it in. So pile number 2, this is your reading. I'm going to leave you here. If you feel that this has helped or connected for you, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Subscribe, click the little bell for notification as well so you don't miss future content. It always helps the channel when you click the bell. Not only that, if you want to support what I do here, maybe consider checking me out on Etsy. I do have personal readings there, as well as handmade crystal jewelry. You can check out my shop, see my creations at any given time. So much love to you, pile number 2 viewers, wherever you are. Please be safe, take care, be well, happy holidays, and keep shining. Pile number 3, you chose this card here. There's a message on the back. I will read that towards the very, very end. I first want to start with an oracle card. So we're looking at your synchronicities. We want to find out what your synchronicities are trying to tell you. What messages are they trying to get across to you? So your synchronicities, let's see what messages they might have for you. What are they trying to tell you? What are they trying to get across to you? Pile number 3, viewers. Okay. All right. So it says be in flow. Everything is smooth sailing. That seems to be a theme that's been coming up lately in some of my readings, smooth sailing. So let's see. Pile number 3, viewers. What are your synchronicities trying to tell you? Let's see what else. Your synchronicities, pile number 3, are trying to tell you. What messages are they trying to get across to you? Okay. Look at that. So ask for what you want. Let the universe and other people know what you need. And that's the magic of the universe. We can tell it what we need, and it will respond to what we need and what we proclaim, right? Because it can't be necessarily in the mode of supplication, right? Like, please, no, that's not how it works. It's where we have to affirm, right, what we need in our life, right? If I need health, then I want to proclaim and affirm that I am healthy. My health is stellar. That's how we affirm, and that's how we speak to the universe in order for it to attract that very thing we're affirming to us. And that's what this is telling me. This is basically giving me the vibe that Spirit wants you to put it out there. Affirm on the daily what it is that you want to attract into your life and proclaim it as if it already is. Because just because we don't see it in front of our 2 hands, sometimes that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. That doesn't mean that it's not already on the way or already existent in the future. Logic will tell you, oh, that's not possible, or that's silly or wishful thinking. Well, I don't believe that's the truth, because a couple years ago, I had envisioned myself in the very house that I'm living in right now. So it did exist. It always existed. Just a few years down the road. So it does exist, and that's what we have to be loyal to, and that's what I think these synchronicities so far are trying to tell you. That you have to be in flow. Trust that everything is flowing and always available to you. Once you put your desires out into the universe, when you are in flow, you're operating in a state of attraction. The universe doesn't understand the word limitation or impossible. It's us. We're the ones in our mind that create the limitation or the restriction, the blockage, the impossibility. When we fear, when we doubt. And that's what this is telling me, folks. This is telling me that every time you get a synchronicity, it's like the universe is saying, look, I'm here. I see you. I know what you need. I just need you to know that it's available to you. Always. Because that's the truth. I need you to know that you deserve that. You deserve what you desire. You deserve what your wishes are. I mean, look at this little guy. He is holding a dandelion, right? And when you were a kid, didn't you like find those, pluck them, make a wish, right? So this is saying that, yeah, the universe sees and knows what your wishes are. There's no such thing as limitation, impossible when it comes to the universe's vocabulary. It's us. We have that in our vocabulary. We have that in our subconscious that then creates the limitation towards the things that we're trying to attract into our life or manifest into our life. When you finally understand and know that the universe doesn't understand limitation or restriction or impossibility, and you come to accept that as truth, then at one point you get to a point where you're thinking on the same frame and wavelength as the universe, who doesn't understand what that is either, right? You start believing and understanding that you need to start thinking the way the universe thinks, in a sense that it doesn't know those words or those concepts of limitation. So those limitations and concepts shouldn't believe in your mind either, or shouldn't be a concept in your mind either. Especially when it's towards your wishes, your hopes, your dreams, and the things that you want to bring into your life. Everything that you need does exist. It's out there and always available and in flow towards you. It surrounds you. This card is saying everything is smooth sailing. Yes, because that's the way the universe operates. Everything is always smooth sailing. Everything you need is always there and available to you at any given time. You have to, in other words, we got to teach ourselves, right, to flow in the same manner. To not have limitation thoughts, words come across our mind, our heart, when it comes to our visions and the things that we want to attract into our life. Those things can't belong in our vocabulary, is what I'm getting at. And we always have to be in flow. Much like the universe is always in flow. And if we can be in flow with it, and just like it is, then anything we want and ask for is ours. And what I mean by ask is anything that we proclaim, right? Or we profess and affirm is ours. And I'm only using the word ask because I don't believe in supplication, right? I only use the word ask because it's in this card. You can tell the universe what you need, right? Because it's an affirming. You're affirming when you say, I am worthy, I am healthy, I am loved, I am lovable, I am prosperous. You're telling the universe what you are, and it responds to that. But the minute you back it up with a little bit of self-doubt, or that's not possible, that's when the limitation gets created, even though the universe doesn't understand what limitation is. So sorry about that rant, okay? But that's what I was feeling from these two cards, okay? So your synchronicities are basically saying to you, look, be in flow. Tell me what you are, and I will respond to that. Let's see if we can get 3 cards here for pile number 3 viewers in regards to what your synchronicities are trying to tell you. I'm also getting the vibe, okay, that when you get your synchronicities, Spirit is basically showing you little signs of what is possible. It's almost like the universe is showing off and saying, look at me. You see, look what I can do. It's not coincidence. This is really possible. Be in flow with me. Be in alignment with me. Tell me what you need. Every time you get a synchronicity, it's kind of like a wink, right? A little bit of a, I don't know, I'm getting the vibe of little like magic sparkly fairy dust or something twinkling, right? Every time you get one, it's like a little dusting of magic every time you get one. But that's also saying, you see how the magic works? It's as simple as that. So let's see what we get here. The Wheel of Fortune, the Hermit, the Seven of Cups. I'm going to grab one more. The High Priestess. Wow. Okay, so the Seven of Cups, okay, is a very, I don't know, I almost want to say colorful card, okay? Because it's one of those cards that can mean a lot of different things. The one thing it does speak a lot of is imagination and fantasy. Imagination and fantasy go hand in hand. You can't fantasize unless you use your imagination, right? Imagination is fantasy. But guess what? Fantasy and imagination is a seed of creation, right? So this is saying, use your imagination. Get in touch with your inner self with the Hermit energy over here, okay? And watch how things start to shift for you with the Wheel. So this is also telling me that you're, again, the idea of the universe wanting to show you what's possible and help you connect the dots. The more you're aware, the more that you connect the dots, the more the magic starts to unfold in front of you. So the universe is basically saying, or Spirit is basically saying, look, be in flow with these synchronicities, because they are signs that I can deliver what you need and what you are asking for. Just tell me what to do and I'll show you. And every time you get a synchronicity, it's the universe showing you again, yes, 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 it's possible, yes. And that's how you learn to work with the magic. So the universe is, with these cards, is basically telling me it's trying to get you to work with the magic. Be in flow with it. It wants to be in flow with you. And watch how smooth things start to come to you. That's why it's saying everything is smooth sailing. Everything is smooth sailing. Be in flow with the synchronicities. Be in alignment with them. And watch how they start to come with, I'm getting vibes of frequency. And they also may come in ways that surprise you. And I'm saying that because of the Wheel of Fortune energy, which is an energy of serendipity, and also sometimes of things that are kind of unexpected, that the universe kind of throws in our way or in our path. But it's really to open up something else to us. Watch how things start to change. Things start to turn in your favor with the Wheel of Fortune when you are in flow like that. If the universe doesn't have limitation, lack, blockages, resistance, hindrances, obstacles, impossibility in its vocabulary, neither should we. Because anything is possible. We just have to walk in truth, right? I'll give an example. If, like I said, you have to tell the universe, right, what you are, and it responds. So if you say, I'm wealthy, well, guess what? Even if you only got $5 in your bank account, if you affirm, I'm wealthy, and you believe that you are worthy of wealth, and that you deserve wealth, guess what? That's a fact. That's a truth. Be loyal to that truth. Because the universe is loyal to that truth when it comes to you. Honestly, pile number 3, I feel like this is a lesson in manifesting. Okay? And being in alignment and being in flow. Because that's literally the theme of this right now. With these top cards here. But in all honesty, your synchronicities are telling you to be in flow. Watch how the magic unfolds. Watch how things start to turn and shift in your favor with the Wheel of Fortune in miraculous ways. Watch how old things that don't work out start to fall out of your life and actually make room with the Wheel of Fortune for new things to enter, because it's a shift and transitionary energy. The Wheel of Fortune is always trying to bring good things in that are meant for you, destined for you, universally aligned with you, right? And that's what this is saying. Watch the magic. Watch me sprinkle a little fairy dust here and there. Watch it unfold. The hermit is very in tune with his inner self, his inner soul, right? He's always on that soul-searching journey. He is divinely guided by the star in his lamp. He walks by faith, not by sight, right? In other words, he follows his inner nudges. He really does. And so does the high priestess. They just do it in different ways. Then the high priestess is also having the spider, divine feminine goddess energy in the background, who is the divine weaver of life. So again, this is saying, use your imagination here. No wish too big, no dream too big, because anything is freaking possible when you put your imagination to work and visualize. Again, why am I getting SpongeBob? Come in already for, well, I think it was pile 2, so I got SpongeBob. Another SpongeBob thing comes up. This reminds me, just now, there was an episode of SpongeBob where he's like, imagination, right? And it goes across the screen in big bubble letters, right? That's what this is, the 7 of Cups. You know? Your inner world is where everything is created. And that starts with your imagination, the visualization. The mind is a powerful thing, folks. And the hermit is the one who does that deep dive and gets connected to his innermost self, right? And he walks by faith, by the light of the star, because the star is a symbol of faith and hope and divine guidance and wish fulfillment, no less, right? And the star is literally in his lamp. So to me, it's a hidden star card with the hermit. We have the owl on his shoulder, which is also a symbol of wisdom and knowledge. Right? Well, now you have this knowledge. Now you can go imagine anything and create anything you want with your imagination and the power of your beautiful mind. And nothing is impossible at that point. Again, those words of impossibility are not in your vocabulary any longer. If they're not in the universe's vocabulary, they shouldn't be in yours either. Okay? We have the high priestess, who again is connected to the divine weaver of life. The spider imagery, which is another animal message and totem. You have a dove here, you have an owl, you have the spider, you have the wolf, the bear, I think that's the bison, and the eagle. Yeah, lots of animal messages here, but the spider is that divine weaver and web of life, right? So again, it's when you start to imagine and create via your inner self, in co-creation with spirit, being in flow with spirit, guess what? You create a new path, or a different web even gets designed for your life. Okay, a new design gets created for your life. What do they say? It's the grand design of one's life, is what they say the spider is associated with. You can literally be the architect, right, of your life that way, through your imagination, through your inner world, in co-creation with spirit, in flow with spirit, and watch how quickly and swiftly things start to unfold for you. Again, the high priestess is an energy of spiritual inner work, right? She works from the inside out. Everything starts on the inside. Every manifestation creation starts from within. These two cards speak of that inner world, and the Seven of Cups speaks of the creation or the imagination, the visualization of that inner world. And then when you're in flow with spirit, then it starts to, again, be manifest outward. The high priestess, again, is that connection with spirit, that intuitive connection with self and with spirit, and bridging the gap even between the physical and the spiritual world. She's kind of like that go-between energy, right? Our gut helps spirit talk to us and helps us pick up vibes from the outer world to help them process them in our inner world and understand them. Signs are everywhere, but our gut instinct also helps us interpret those things that we see in our outer world. So I think your synchronicities are basically just signs that you're on the right track. Signs of the magic and the way the magic is starting to unfold and work in your life when you are in alignment with it. But the crux of this is trust your intuitive nudges, trust that inner guidance, trust your creative ability to manifest, co-create with spirit. When you're in flow, watch these things unfold in a beautiful way. Watch how the possibilities open up to you. With that Wheel of Fortune. Again, no dream too big. Everything is totally possible. And everything starts from the inner first. And that's what I think these synchronicities are also trying to tell you. That your creative spark, your creative ability to manifest starts from the inside first. These two cards are cards of the inner world. The Hermit and the High Priestess. And the Seven of Cups is representing all that the imagination can create in the inner world. But then the universe helps you manifest the things that are inside outward. Your synchronicities are telling you you're on the right track. Everything is smooth sailing. Your synchronicities are also telling or asking you, or the universe is basically telling you to tell it what to do. The Wheel of Fortune wants to shift things for you to help bring those things in. But something is changing, something has to change, or something is falling off the wheel in order to put you on this path of co-creation and magic. The High Priestess is that magic. So you're coming into your intuitive abilities, maybe even psychic abilities, pile number 3. And your synchronicities are kind of ways of confirming a lot of things to you. Confirming your intuition even. Confirming that you're on the right path with the Hermit. Confirming intuition with the High Priestess, like I said. Confirming that the ideas that you have over here with the 7 of Cups, it's not just imagination. No. It's really your gut instinct on point. All right. So that's also what your synchronicities are telling you. That your gut is right. Your inner nudges are accurate and putting you on the right path. And the synchronicities that you are getting and the magic that you are experiencing isn't just your imagination. It is literally you being in flow and co-creation with spirit. So let's see if we can get a card here. Pile number 3. Whoa, okay. Oh, look at that. The key. New beginnings, directions, and adventures await for those ready to let go of the past. And the Wheel of Fortune is indeed that shift from one cycle to another. One thing has to fall off the wheel in order to make room for the new that wants to enter. The Wheel of Fortune is literally a shift in your path. And sometimes with the wheel, we don't always know like where it's taking us or where all this is going, but we have to trust and be in flow. It's the wheel of change. It is. So this card and this do make sense to me together, especially. There's a big shift in the wind over here. The universe is steering you and steering your path to open new things up to you, new possibilities up to you. New beginnings, absolutely, directions and adventures. Doors are literally opening up to you as a result of you being in flow with spirit via the nudges and the signs you're getting from spirit. Your synchronicities are opening up doors of possibility to you. I'm also feeling like with this card over here, things from the past don't apply to where you're going now, because it does feel like you are understanding now how the magic works. And once you understand how the magic works, there's no such thing as limits, because everything is possible at that point. So let's see what this card says. Robin, new growth and potential is on the horizon. Reach out and embrace it. So there you go. Could we not get any more accurate or on point, right? New growth, new beginnings, potential, possibility. Reach out and grab it. That came up in one of the other readings, in one of the other piles. Firmly grasp it. Another SpongeBob thing that came up. So that does apply. And I believe the Robin came up in another pile too. But yeah, definitely. New potential. Absolutely. Nothing is impossible. You can expand your horizons. In other words, reach out and embrace all the possible things that await for you. So this does definitely apply. This is a shift or a cycle that you're entering into. I think your synchronicities are telling you that new things are on the way. Be open to the possibilities. Be in flow. Trust that everything is smooth sailing. You're being guided in the right path. Most of that is you being in alignment, following your nudges, following your gut, trusting what you receive, telling the universe what you are, and being loyal to that truth. Because that is the truth. Right? You deserve love, wealth, prosperity. That is a fact. That is not even negotiable or debatable. We have to be loyal to those core truths in order to manifest and create and weave the web of life that we want. So pile number 3, this is deep, but I'm going to leave you here. Okay. If you feel that this has helped or connected for you, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section. If you feel inclined to like this video, please like it. If you feel the need to share, maybe it could help somebody, that would be great. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Click the bell as well for notifications so you don't miss future content. I do upload pretty often. And if you want to support what I do here even more, maybe consider checking out my Etsy shop. I do have personal readings there as well as handmade crystal jewelry. You can check me out at any time. So much love to you wherever you are. Be well, be safe, take care, happy holidays, and keep shining.